Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
How are you? How are you?
We're good.
It is Monday. Where's my son? We're here. Right here. Okay. Let me see here. I'm on record. Perfect. So welcome to Diamond Zone, everybody. We conduct these meetings every day, Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. I want to thank everybody for tuning in today. I think the lyrics of this song is perfect for anybody taking this journey. But not to be corny, but you talk about the one thing I really believe, and a lot of people don't realize this, as you go through, your climb to achieve whatever financial goals. Okay. And it says right here, I may not know it, but these are the moments that I'm going to remember most. You know what they're talking about? The struggles. You don't talk about the successes. I'm telling you, the moments you remember the most are the struggles that you had to go through to get you to where you want to go. And most people take that as a sign. Most people take a struggle as a sign to quit. Okay, everybody could quit. It's persevering through the struggles. And I always say this, if you look at any successful person's book, right? If you read any person's book that's ever achieved anything in life, if it's a 25-chapter book, I promise you the first 24 chapters are the struggles. You want to know why? That's what people remember. That's exactly what forms people to where they are. I mean, we are where we are today based on the struggles that we've gone through. Because everybody always says, and we play that income disclosure notice. You want to know why we put our income disclosure notice up? Because most people don't want to go through any struggles. They just want to get involved and get rich quick. Well, you know what that's called, right, everybody? It's called the lottery. And that's not what this is. This is a business like any other business. And what I always say, and I respect the most, are people that take the journey. I love people that persevere. I love people that call and they're going through the struggle so you could walk them through. And those are the ones that are going to build the business, because everybody wants to see all the people on stage and go, I want to be there. Okay, are you willing to do what they did to get there? Well, we don't want to talk about that. We just want to talk about, okay, right, it's not working. Okay, this works if you work it. And our simple program is very, very simple, as everybody knows. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I just, first of all, because I always go on my little rant, right, in the beginning, okay? What I want to do is really talk to you about some of the upcoming events that we have. I just want to make sure everybody is on tune and on point to what's happening this week and the next couple of weeks, because there's a lot of different great events that are going on. So starting with this Saturday, guys, this Saturday in Orange County, if you guys are within a 500-mile radius, you should be at Super Saturday. It's going to be a great event. Let me find Super Saturday. Okay, it's here somewhere. Super Saturday is going to be from 10 o'clock to 5 o'clock at the Hilton Costa Mesa. Okay, Hilton Costa Mesa. Here we go. Here's all the different events right here. So here's Saturday. Okay, special guest, Mr. Taylor Worry will be at this event, so you don't want to miss it. We're going to be teaming up with Von and Ton, Christina Torres, Taylor Worry. So star-studded event, $20 advance, $25 at the door. Guests are free. Guests are free, and there will be a social event immediately following. So please make sure, guys, to be contacting all your people. If you're on the East Coast, everybody knows somebody in California. That's for sure. So make sure you're reaching out to people. You never know who may just want to show up and take advantage of that event. Then understand we're going to be in, what's next then? I think it's this one, yes. Then we're going to be in Minnesota, August 3rd through 5th. August 3rd will be a business opportunity presentation in Minnesota at the Doubletree Hilton. And August 5th will be a Super Saturday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Okay, another Super Saturday. We're teaming up with special guest Tanya Hagri, okay, and our host Christy Brown and Jeff. And the 4th will also be a social event. So do not miss Minnesota if you have people in the Midwest. Then we're going to be going to Chicago, guys, with Mr. Bill Thompson. Diamond Mr. Bill Thompson will be in Oak Brook. This is a business opportunity briefing and fast start training from 7 to 9 in the Oak Brook area. That's in the western suburbs. So please make sure you note that. And then we're going into Florida. This is the we're calling it the PM Tour, the Presidential Millionaire Tour. That's our goal. In Orlando, business overview, August 10th. Once again, business overview and fast start training from 7:15 to 9. Out there with Grand Diamond, Mr. Bill Davey. So that is going to be in Orlando. And then we are finishing up with our Super Saturday event in Fort Myers, August 12th at the Hilton Inn, Fort Myers Airport, 10 o'clock to 6 o'clock, and always a social event afterwards with that group. That group likes to have fun. So we're going to be out there in Fort Myers. And you guys, don't forget, Mr. Ramasio Fulcher's big event, Clarity, at the end of this month. If you guys are going to be attending that, that's in Sacramento. So we'll also be going to that event. So that is what we're calling our PM Tour. Our goal is to become presidential millionaires after that tour of working with all the people. But guys, we have a lot of great things going on. I know there was some glitches last week with the websites. I know there's some questions on the different ways to enter into the business. And we're going to clarify all that today. We have a presidential conference call. We just want to make sure everything is clear, and we'll bring you all the different response and how to properly go out there and present this opportunity. But here's my mind. Nothing changes. Nothing changes. Because people are saying, well, is it 6 months free? Is it 2 weeks free? Listen, I don't want anybody thinking about free. Okay, free is not an option. Okay, can you imagine? Okay, I mean, what do we want to do? Sign up people for 6 months for free? No, it's still the same business. Nothing's changed. Nothing's changed. We have 3 different packages, as you know. Okay, let me just go through this real quick before I do this. Okay, there's a new PowerPoint presentation that I did yesterday for the first time. And I know there's some things that have to be corrected on the PowerPoint presentation. I did the best I could yesterday with it. But the bottom line is we still have 3 packages, in my opinion. Okay, I'm not doing this. Not the point of this. Okay, is the PowerPoint presentation. Okay, it's just different slides, same message. People get all excited about a new presentation. I'm excited too. Well, I'm excited when people make a decision to do the business. That's why I'm excited. So when you get started, here's the 3 different packages. You got the personal pack, which is now $349, right? It increased by $30, but understand why. They're getting the Hilo, a box of bands, and they're marketing as the germanium stones for free. Now, I want you to understand something. If you buy the germanium stones a la carte, it's $180. If you buy it a la carte, okay? So that's the personal pack. I love, absolutely love the logic behind the family pack and premium pack now. Family pack, 4 Hilos, makes sense. 4 germanium plates, makes sense. 4 boxes of bands, and 4 Biozen, $13.49. And then the premium pack, 6, 6, 6, and 6. And that's $19.99. And so this is not the point of my training, but guys, understand the power of presenting the premium pack first. Just want to make sure, I'm going to keep embedding that in your head. Okay, you don't listen to who can afford it, who can't afford it. Still do your presentation and just show them the benefits of why people start with the premium pack. Okay, and there's a whole training on that. You need to go back to the YouTube and watch. new packages, and how to get people to make a decision, okay? And really what you're offering people. Remember, all trainings live on my YouTube account, which is called Giammalva Global, okay? So look at that, and we'll be training on the new slides very, very soon here. Okay, now let's talk about what we're going to talk about today. And you know, when you look at our business, when you look at the business that we're all in, and the journey and the climb, let's just use that word, the climb that we're all on, everybody on this call has different financial goals. I promise you that. And every day we're talking to people. And let me just help you with this one, because I've seen this a lot, especially last week, because I'm always watching what's going on in the field, and I'm trying to address it as much as I can on Diamond Zone, okay? And here's one thing that I want people to know, and you got to trust me on this. The right people just do. If you want to take something down, just write that down. I want you to look at it every day. The right people just do. And I'm telling you right now, if you have somebody that has a laundry list of questions, if they have all the advice on how our company could get better on a daily basis, and before I do anything, okay, I have to get this question answered, that question answered. I want to give you some suggestions on what World Global Network needs to do before I put my credibility on the line. If you start having these conversations, I'm telling you, next. Those people never do it. Okay, and I look at our journey, and I want you just to look at your journey. Okay, did you take 16 months to make a decision? Or did you just take in the information and really go with your gut? Well, why would you expect that differently from other people? I had a thread from somebody that somebody in my organization sent me that said, this has to change, that has to change, right? I need this question answered, that question answered before I make a decision. Okay, and I'm not saying, and here's the new person, here's my protection. I could care less about that person. You know who I want to protect? You all. Because you're thinking you have to answer all these questions, and if you do, they're going to do it. I'm telling you, they don't. They're just trying to make your life nuts. They're trying to make you crazy. And you're running around trying to get these questions answered. It has nothing to do with anything. Okay, now I just want to get that out because I know a lot of you, Jeff, I'm telling you, if we get this guy, he knows everybody. He told me, Jeff, this is what he said to me. This is a true conversation, okay? And I'm not making fun of the distributor. I'm making fun of the situation. Person goes, I'm telling you, the guy said he's going to put 1,000 people in the system immediately. 1,000 people. But he needs all these questions answered first. And you know what? Guy disappeared. Right? Guy disappeared. Let's do a three-way call. Let's address his concerns. I don't say next. I'm just understanding this person probably is not going to do it. I hope you get my message. And now I don't want you guys to think if someone has a question, you're not going to address it. But if they keep coming at you with the same questions or different spins and they still haven't done it, I'm telling you, move on. Move on. Because they're probably not going to do it anyway. So like I said, I'm here to protect you all because you're the ones taking the journey. And the reason why we get so excited about one person's decision, let me help you here, because this is another landmine. And this is why a lot of people struggle, because in most cases, we're all looking for the one person that's going to build us a company. I'm going to say that again. In most cases, we're looking for the one person that's going to build us a company. No, 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 no. You have to be the one person. You got to understand that. You got to be the one. You can't look for the one that's going to build you a company. That's not how it works. No one person is your opportunity. And I want you to understand the posturing. You're their opportunity. Let me ask you a question. Who has the opportunity, you or the other people? You do. You have what everybody wants. And so don't go out there thinking, if I get this person, I'm going to become financially independent. No, it means you got one good leg of business. And you all understand how the binary works. In order to make money, you got to have another. Well, I need two good people, Jeff. I guess that could be your mentality. But you know what? How do you get two good people? Be a crazy recruiter. That's how you get two good people. You don't put your financial situation in the hands of two. What you all have to understand is building your base. You got to have a lot of people in your funnel. You got to talk to a lot of people. You got to kiss a lot of frogs to find the people that want to do it. Okay? Look at this perfect example. How many people on this call right now? 103? Okay? Now, not everybody's in my organization. Doesn't matter. A big percentage of it is. But how many people have we brought in to get a base of 103 serious people? You do understand? We've sponsored over 80, and this is not my personal sponsors, but look at, to get a base of 103 people that are serious. And the reason I call this group serious is because you make an effort to be on these calls every morning. Wouldn't you like to have 103 serious people? Do you all understand, okay, that you could build a dynasty with a few? But does that mean we stop? No. But I want you all to have, before this training is over, the realistic expectations. Realistic expectations of your business. Okay, I'm going to go off camera here to save the bandwidth, okay? And I'll come back on. I know you guys get crazy when you can't see my beautiful face, okay? But just stay with me here, okay? Now watch. Realistic expectations for your business. The number one thing that blows most people out is believing they're going to get involved and replace their income in 30 days. And I guess that all depends on what you have to replace, right? Or they're going to get involved, and here's somebody, true story, okay, that worked for one company for over 30 years, never made over $40,000 in a year, gets involved over here, not in this company, in my other company, and after 90 days, he didn't replace his income, and he said, it's not working. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. You worked 30 years. 8 to 10 hours a day, and you never made over $40,000 in your life in a year. And you're wondering why after 90 days of doing something spare time, part-time, you haven't replaced your income? Do you see where the people get crazy over here? Unrealistic expectations. You want realistic expectations? What do you want to accomplish? I said this before in one of my other calls. You want a realistic expectation? Pick something that has to be paid with this business. That's realistic. Jeff, I want to cover my rent. Okay, how much is your rent? $1,700 a month. Okay, that's a realistic expectation. Don't think you're going to get involved and all of a sudden you want to replace $15,000 a month. Now, does that mean you can't? Of course not. But it's based on your effort, energy, credibility, and contact base. And I just want to be straightforward. If I have great credibility and a huge contact base, I have a better chance of getting my business off to a faster start. It's just what it is. It's called life. I've established my credibility. I have a contact base that that looks up to me, okay, that person could probably sponsor way more people than someone who has never left their house and is trying to figure out how to use their computer. Could we be honest with each other? Of course, sometimes there's a learning curve. And I'll get into that, okay? But I will promise you, this business can give you whatever it is you want out of life. There is no doubt about it. But you got to treat it like a business. And you got to understand what you're really being paid for. Can I help you here? Here's what, if I was hiring everybody on this call right now, okay, and I said, okay, here's your job description. I'm paying you $20,000 a month, and I'm paying you for what? Your vision, your courage, and your stamina. This is what I'm paying you for. You're paid in network marketing to be the vision most people don't have. You got to be their eyes. Because all people see is their own reality. And all they know is all they know, right? Now here you come with vision, and you're getting them to put on the rose-colored glasses. Here, Ward, put these on. Oh my gosh. Wow, what's that look like? I'm going to show you what this looks like. I didn't know something like this existed. I've heard of those things. Well, you're paid to be people's vision. You got to get them to see something they can't see. And I will tell you, know what that really takes, everyone? Courage. Remember the Cowardly Lion, right? In The Wizard of Oz? Courage. That's what this takes. It takes courage to go out there and make a list. It takes courage to pick up that phone and talk to people about your vision. It takes courage to take advantage of every opportunity. It takes courage to be the one that steps away from the pack. Hello, how about that one? It takes courage for people to step out of the pack and knowing people are making fun and ridiculing you. That takes courage. Well, who do you think makes more money? The people that follow the masses or the people that step away from the pack? That's you. Your people's opportunity. You got to embrace it. And our opportunity looks like World Global Network. And you know what the main thing is? It takes stamina. It takes consistency. It takes being persistent and consistent. The stamina, not just getting excited after the Disrupt event in Las Vegas. Oh, I'm excited. How long did that last? If you don't have your vision set, if you don't have your desire in place, how long did that event last? 48 hours? And then right back to what you were doing. Then you go to another event, okay, and you get spiked up, and then what happens? The event's over, and because your desire isn't there, the how-to will never come. It's real simple. You got to find something that keeps you excited consistently, and that's what gives you the stamina. And you have to have your realistic plan. This is what you're paid for here, guys. Where does it say on this? You're paid for understanding how Hilo works. You're paid for understanding how the comp plan works. No, that's all done. I don't worry about the comp plan. I don't worry about the Hilo. That's the company's problem. I'm paid for sharing a vision. That's what I'm paid for. And the more people we touch and the more confident you get, the more people you will talk to. Uh-oh. Well, Jeff, how do I get the confidence? Well, you get the confidence by borrowing somebody else's confidence. Let me ask you all a question. Do you all believe I believe? Is there any doubt that I believe? Then borrow my confidence. That's what a three-way call's for. Okay? Now, you may not have earned anything yet, but understand, if you know where you're going, you're already there. If you don't know where you're going, you're already there. So if I know my business plan is to replace my income, I'm there. I see it. I'm successful. You know why? And I'm going to say it again. I don't care how sick and tired you all are hearing this. I tell you right now, you are the ones that are different. You are. Everybody on this call is successful. You know why? Because you made a decision that most people will never make. That separates you from the masses. Just your one decision separates you, which means you're already successful. Who has a better chance of getting in shape? Someone who made the decision and joined the gym and starts going, or someone who just complains every day? So even though that person is still 400 pounds, he's on his journey versus the person still at home having pizza and beer every night. You see the difference? It's the same thing here. You got the people at home that complain every day about their financial situation, right? And they have more month at the end of their money. And they complain every day to all their friends. And here you were one of those friends. And you now stepped away to make a decision to better your quality of life. That makes you successful. Own it. Stop saying when this works. It's working if you work it. Forget the results. By you taking the journey, I could go 2 hours just on this one slide. But just by taking the journey, okay, that gives you the courage. Now, understand something here in this business. The vision you're sharing with people, and this is not the training, but I know you've seen this 1,000 times, but this is the vision you're sharing. This is what you got to get people to see right here. This is where they're going to make their decision, is showing them what else is out there. You mean, Jeff, I could own my own business without the overhead? Yes. Do you mean really, Ward, that I could get involved and do something spare time, part-time, where I could cover my mortgage payment? Yes. Do you mean I could really be paid what I'm worth as I build this business? I won't have no limitations put on me? Yes. And do you really mean I could secure my retirement? And I could do all this by being involved with a group of people that are vested in my success? What? Do you think people really walk around every day believing this type of opportunity exists? They don't know it exists. Now here you come. Here you come. Made a decision. And let me tell you what I made my decision based on. This. Let me ask you all a question. When you make a list, everybody on this call, when you make a list, how many people on your list would want something on this slide? Offer it. Offer it. Get out of your own head. Get out of your head. Stop trying to second guess who will and who won't. Just go through the motions. Go out there and share your vision with people. That's this slide. Share with people consistently, and you will get results. And the rest of it's just taking the journey. The rest of it's the climb. Right? I love that song. I love those lyrics because it's what we all do. And it's not just multi-level marketing people. Anybody who's ever achieved any success went through failures, went through some pain, went through some personal growth, and they persevered through it. And guess what they become usually after their playing days? Coaches. So they could then coach other people and say, don't worry, that pain is normal. Let me tell you about the pain I persevered through. And that's what this is. That's what Diamond Zone is. It's just talking to you about some of the struggles. But just some of the things, you know, your financial expectations are in need of adjustment. Tell me if some of you guys have thought this. You thought you could create wealth without hard work. You thought you could work part-time and earn a full-time income. Let me contradict that one, okay? In multi-level marketing, sometimes you can replace an income working part-time, but it's got to be a realistic expectation. You thought the top earners on stage got there by luck. okay, and all the reasons why they're there. No, they did it because they were willing to do what most people aren't willing to do. Right? You thought you could build your network marketing business without ever experiencing any disappointment. Can I help you with this one? The more disappointments and failures you go through, the more money you make. That doesn't sound right. Well, it's the fact. The more disappointments you experience, the more money you make. You thought most of your family and friends would immediately join you in your new business. How did that one work out for all of you? Okay? Okay, look at me. For the first 24 years, not one of my family, not one of my friends did our business. Not one. Most wouldn't even use the products that we offered. Did it make a difference? No. I stepped out of the pack. I talked to them. It was good practice. I understood by talking to my family and friends what I was going to have to persevere through when I talked to the masses. They gave me the answers to the test. So was that a failure or a success? It was a success if you learn from your failure. Did you hear me? It's always a success when you learn from your failure. You can't fail if you keep doing it. It's an impossibility to fail. Just by the sheer essence of doing it, you can't fail. Okay, you guys mute me when you come on. Never mind, I'll do that for you. Dogs and cats and kids. Okay, now, how about this one? You expect every distributor you sponsor to be a self-starter and sustain his own focus. Isn't this comical? I got my one. Oh, Jeff, I got two good ones. I'm just going to kick back now, and here comes the money. Really? If it was easy, everybody would do it. If it was easy, it wouldn't pay what it pays. You thought there would be no learning curve. Can I talk about this for 1 second? What's your learning curve? Maybe some of the learning curve. Remember I just gave you the analogy of the person who has credibility and a contact base versus the person who doesn't? That person's learning curve maybe is understanding personal development first and growing as a person before he could even venture into building a company. How many times have you heard it, everyone? 2 years. 2 years. Moi, before I got to a point where I believed that I could go out there and actually start doing it. 2 years of personal development. And I was a vice president. What? See, there's so many things I had to go through personally before I could even venture into thinking about building. Sometimes you got to work harder on yourself before you work on your business. That's your journey. But take it. That's what I tell people. At least take the journey. Well, Jeff, you know what? I got to get myself right first. I don't feel good about myself. I need to lose 40 pounds. Examples. I need to lose 40 pounds. Okay, and I'll feel better about myself. You're probably right. Yes. Maybe you got to work on that first. Well, Jeff, I don't like talking to people. Well, maybe you got to work on that first. But by taking any type of journey to better yourself helps you over here. And I'm going to say it again. That's why you can't fail. It's impossible to fail if you've made these commitments to at least do something. Okay, now, you thought you could do this business alone and not plug your people into any system. Let me help you on this one. A lot of you need to hear this. Okay, if you're the Lone Ranger out there and you're not plugging people into this information or the information the company provides, you will not succeed. Sometimes some of you got to get out of your own way, okay, and release some of your ego, okay, and not control the people and the information they're receiving. Because I want to be the man. I'm going to be the man. My people are going to have just my voice. Listen, guys, So you're going to get in your own way. You cannot build an international team unless you have a system. Can you imagine if McDonald's, Ray Kroc said, I have to go to every franchise and cook the hamburgers? How big would they be? There's a system. Let your people go. Let them be part of what World Global Network provides. You thought you could build your business and never leave your comfort zone. Woohoo. It's all about the uncomfortable zone. There lies the key to wealth. Getting into the uns. The uncomfortable, the unnatural, and the unbelievable. Welcome to change, everyone. It's time for some of us to put our big boy pants on and understand this is a business. That's what I love about it. It's challenging you. You're going to get out of your comfort zone. Why? Vision, stamina, and courage. Remember? That's uncomfortable for most people. Think, if you work for somebody else, who provides your vision? You? No. They provide the vision. Okay? They provide the system, and you just fall into it. And that's why you make this much. When you provide your own courage, your own vision, and your own stamina, you make this much. There's the difference. You're in control. There's the good news and bad news. You thought personal recruits were for someone else to do. I love that one. Okay. Hey, Jeff, I sponsored 5 on my right side. I'm not going to put 5 on the left side. Wait, what? You want to build a team, right? Everybody needs, everybody. You never take your eye on bringing in new blood. Why would you? You want your business to turn on a dime? Sponsor a new person. Everybody. Stop beating up the people that are doing nothing. Okay, the 111 people on this call right now, okay, is representation, this may freak you out, of 5,000. I'm just giving you an example. 5,000, but I have 111 serious people. And like I said, a lot of you aren't even in my organization, so what is the real number? But does it matter? No. Would it make a difference? Would you give up 12 to 18 months to really build something for the future? We all say yes. With the stamina, the vision, and the courage. So when does your 18 months start? When you commit to having the vision, doing whatever it takes, and having the courage to talk to anybody, anywhere, anytime. That's when your 18 months starts. Remember the conversation? There's 2 start dates, the day you signed up and the day you made a decision to start doing it. 2 different dates. When does your date start? Maybe it's today. I don't care if I reach one person that makes a decision today. Do you know that every person that makes a decision, fact, can mean from $50,000 to $50,000 a month to you? Every person who makes a decision to take this journey can mean from $50,000 to $50,000 a month to you. How many of those people do you want? You guys got it? But you have to be the leader. Okay, so you thought your upline sponsors should build your business. Remember? Oh, I'm in a power lake. What's going on up there? How come nothing's raining down on me? I've looked every day for the last week and I don't see anybody being at it. Really? Is that a benefit here? Sure it is. But you know what? The day we took responsibility from here down is the day we started making a lot of money. If this comes and it comes down, great, gravy. But I'm not going to put my financial situation and my household bills in the hands of what my downline may throw into my organization. What? See, this is what you have to correct. That's why we do these trainings. So there's 3 stages of network marketing. 3. You want the first one? Most of you are here in the first one. And my challenge is going to be, how many of you are going to persevere to get to stage 2? So you want to see what stage 1 is? It's not worth it stage. Jeff, I'm working hard. Oh my gosh, I've talked to all these people. I've sent out these texts. I got many emails out there. I've made tons of phone calls. And I looked at what I made last week. It's not worth it, Jeff. Sometimes the it's not worth it stage could equal months and maybe in some cases years. Would you persevere to get to it's worth it stage? I'll show you what it's worth it stage means. And then very, 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 very few in network marketing will get to I'm not worth this much stage. I'm not worth this much stage. I can't even say it, okay? Okay, look at Chad and Natita. Do you think they're worth what they're making? They believe it. But if you talk to the average person, I promise you, a year ago, Chad and Natita, okay, would never believe in a million years they would be where they are. Do you know that's their 1-year anniversary? I just saw it on Facebook. 1 year, look what's happened to their life. If that's not motivation, look at Jeremy Roma's life after 6 months before driving Uber. These are lives that have changed. These are not made up stories. What took us 6 years to do in our first company, we did here in 6 months. I want to get everybody to stage 2, everybody on this call. Because if you get to stage 2, it's over. Okay, so let me tell you about stage 1. You ever see this concept, the penny a day theory? If I gave you a penny a day, okay, for 31 days, and it doubled every day for 31 days, and I gave you a choice. You could take a penny a day doubled for 31 days. So look at, after 14 days, you got 81 cents. Or I'll give you $500,000 cash. Right now, $500,000 or a penny a day doubled every day for 31 days. What do you want? If you didn't know the answer, you would say the $500,000. I promise you. Okay, but if you knew the answer, well, that's this business. This business is like a penny a day doubled every day. Because the key to getting to stage 2 is your vision, your association with a positive environment. Because let me help you here, guys. In multi-level marketing, days could equal weeks or months in multi-level. So can I paint this picture for you? Jeff, I'm making my decision. Today, I'm going to go out there with a vision. I'm going to have the courage, and I'm going to have the stamina. And you go out there, and here you go. And you start, I'm going to talk to 50 people a day through my social media, through my networking, and you go out there and you talk to 50 people this month. Let's make days months, okay? And after 1 month, you made a penny. Let's just add 2 zeros to it. You made $100. What are you saying to yourself? It's not worth it. Shoot, I could go to work, okay, after a month and I can make $6 grand. I worked here my butt off. I made my commitment, and after 1 month, I made $100. It's not worth it. What do most people do at that point? Quit. It's not working. After 30 days, then you go another 30 days. Okay, I heard, I'm on Diamond Zone. Okay, Jeff keeps telling me, keep moving forward, and you go do it again. And the next month, you make $200. My God, I've talked to 500 people. $200, it's not worth it. Then you go out there, 19, let's just do weeks, 19 weeks, 19 months, let's just say 19 months. And all you made was $2,600 after 19 months of working hard. How many of you still in the game? How many of you are still in the game at this point? Most of you would be done after month 3. Because why? Why am I doing this? It's not working, even though it is working. It's not harvesting fast enough for you. Why? You have unrealistic expectations. So the key, I'm going to say it again, and a lot of you have all solved this because you're on the call. The key to stage 2 is your vision, your desire, your long-term goal, your 5-year plan, and being associated with a positive environment. Why do you think we do this Monday through Friday? So you have a positive environment to stay involved with, because I know what you all go through today. And when you go out there today and you get your butt beat up, then you come back tomorrow morning and goes, oh, you're right, that's okay. It's all right. I'm refocused again. That's why we do this. I understand it. I get it. I know what you go through every day, every one of you, if you're taking the journey. But here's my challenge. If you're not doing it and you're just getting on this call every day, you're fooling yourself. You can't lie to the mirror. You could pretend to everybody else, but you can't lie to results and to the mirror. But I will say this, at least you're on. Maybe you're just incubating, and that one day is going to come where you go, you know what? Okay, this is my day. I'm going to make today the first day of my business because it's very forgiving. Multi-level is very forgiving. And the reason why, okay, you don't take it seriously, because you don't have to make it work. It doesn't have to work. Your bills get paid whether or not you make one dime here in most cases, right? All right. Now watch this one. Okay, stage 2. People in stage 2 and 3 are paid for being willing to do what most people would not do. Month 20, 5,200. What are you saying now? You forget about the other 19 months of hard work. All you know is, wow, month 20, I made $5,000. Now watch what happens, and this is an exact science, almost. All the work you did starts to pay off. Month 21, 10,000. Month 22, 20,000. Month 23, 41,000. Because of the seeds you planted in the first 19 months. And then you get down to here, monthly incomes. We've experienced this. This is the most we've ever made in multi-level in a month. In a month, we've made that. What, every month? No. But did you think at that point I said this is not worth it? I said it that month, I'm not worth this much. And you got people now, you know people are making this now in a week over here. You know that. It's there. It's Business for Home magazine. Income disclosure, of course. But see, this is what I want you to understand, what you're persevering through. You're going to be paid for staring down fear, ignoring fatigue, fighting loneliness, pushing through discouragement, and walking by faith. This is horrible, Jeff. Welcome to business. Only those who have been there understand that being an entrepreneur is a high wire act without a safety net. Let me tell you what your safety net is. And I caution everybody. Okay, it's your day job. Because most of you are spare time, part-time. Keep your safety net, but put the effort here. Keep your bills getting paid. Don't go without a safety net. I'll tell you when to release the safety net. If you show me your business plan and you show me what you've made in the last 90 days, I will tell you if you should go full time. That's easy. But I want you to understand this is the journey of anybody in business. I can forget multi-level. How many businesses don't show a profit for 3 to 5 years? Most. Why are we so crazy over here that after 60 days of sending out a few texts and we're upset that we're not financially independent? This is what makes everybody nuts. So now you know. Now you know. It's a journey. Okay? Now, watch. Principles for success. Consistent effort. Consistent effort based on your plan, not Jeff's plan, not Anne-Marie's plan. If you're in Anne-Marie's group, Anne-Marie doesn't have the plan for you. We have our simple system, but you got to have your plan. Not Dawn Marie's plan, not Shay, Lisa, and Tim's, your plan. What's my plan? Jeff, I want to make X. Okay, to make X, you got to do this. It's got to be your plan. My plan's different than most of you's. I want to get to $1 million a month in the next 18 months. That's my plan. I see it. I understand it. I know how many different cities, states, and countries we have to open, but I think it's realistic. That's my plan. Duplication. You're only going to duplicate if you plug your people into a system. If you're keeping people, okay, away from the information, that's your ego, you'll never succeed. And some of you need to tell the people who you know are in this place that, otherwise you're doing them a disservice. Sometimes it's the hard conversations you got to have with people. But you know what? I'll have those conversations because I don't care. Doesn't make a difference to me. I'm doing them a disservice if I've identified that this person and I see their blockage. They may not like me at that point. Doesn't make a difference. I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to build a business. And that's not, that might sound mean, but it's the truth. Duplication, realistic expectations, success in network marketing, trust me on this one, is much more about tenacity than talent. I'm a perfect example of that. Okay? Talent, what? Biggest fear is speaking in front of people was. Okay, so forget about all that. It's tenacity. No matter what, do it and don't quit. I got to change this slide. I don't like just don't quit. Doing nothing and not quitting doesn't earn anybody any money. It's doing it and don't quit. And understand, it's all part of a journey. So, as we bring this thing to a head, wealth comes from depth. Can I show you something here, guys? When you sponsor people, do you understand that when you do that, where's my thing here? Okay. When you sponsor people, they go here in the system. You know that anybody you personally sponsor, this is level 1, right? When you sponsor a new person, even though it may live in the dual team way down there, you understand the computer still realizes that that's your first line person, right? So this says wealth comes from depth. I'm sponsoring a lot of people to find the person that takes it this way. Because if I sponsor just everybody and no one ever duplicates, so do you think that when Jeremy found Jeff and Lisa as an example, we took it deep? Yes, we're down 57 levels. But how many people did Jeremy have to sponsor to find a Jeff and Lisa? And I'm not saying Jeff and Lisa, forget that's a bad analogy, okay? Or a Ramasio, or a Roma, okay? Or some of the people on this call that took it depth. Depth comes from duplication. Duplication comes from having a system. World has a system. Wealth is not accidental, and the bottom line is the one that shows the most presentations wins. The one that shows the 2-minute video the most without being discouraged wins. Always self-correct by looking in the mirror. Don't blame up, don't blame down, don't blame this way. Look in the mirror. You will always find your answer. That one's tough. That one's tough. It's much easier to blame than to accept. It's much easier to blame people than to accept responsibility for where you are. Always associate with like-minded environment. Okay, how many times I got to say that today? But you know what? This is not my training. This is a training that's been around 60 years. Why? Because every business is the same thing. How do you think, you ever see motivational speakers? Did you ever figure out why their speech relays to any industry? They could go to IBM and do that same speech. Then they could go to a multi-level marketing company and the speech doesn't change. They could go to different arenas in business and do the same speech. Why? Because you're in the people business. And as long as you're in the people business, it doesn't make a difference. Everybody's the same. And we know the hot buttons. Well, you're that person you need to reach. You got to be the first person. Because this is your, right here, this is your target. When you make your list, this is your target. You're going to talk to mostly employees, because most people are employees. There'll be some people that are self-employed. There'll be business owners. There'll be investors. Everybody here is a candidate for your business. Everybody. Now, 7:56. I went long. Okay? And believe me, that could be a 3-day training. Okay, just that. Believe me, that could be through 3 days. You could do a day on each slide because there's so much into it. So once again, guys, this has been recorded. It'll be on GMAlva Global. I look forward to seeing everybody tomorrow. Oh, one more thing. Remember, the pay cycle has been extended another week. Okay, so look at where you're at. Okay, pedal to the metal and let's rank advance. Have a realistic expectation for you. What do you want to get to? Platinum? Gold? Platinum? You know what it means to be a consistent platinum? That's no joke. Get there. I know you all want to be diamonds and presidents, but you got to get to platinum first. If everybody on this call just did platinum volume, that's $500,000 with just a small group. Think about that. With 100 people hitting platinum, that's 500,000. That's a double president millionaire with 100 people getting to platinum. That's crazy. Just the thought of that is crazy. Okay, guys, talk to you all soon. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.